Welcome to Evolve Together with Empower People, where people are power. I'm Tiffany Joy Greene, MBA. Here, clarity cuts, humor heals, and purpose drives transformation. Join the movement at www.empowerpeople.org and connect with us on YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Facebook, because when people are power, purpose wins. Welcome to Evolve Together with Empower People. I'm Tiffany Joy. Today's America feels like a contradiction. The government can't open, but the Pentagon's closing its doors to the press. ICE is wearing body cams after spraying its own officers, and cities like Chicago and Portland are asking, who exactly is in charge? If your feed feels like a fever dream, I've got you. Let's turn confusion into clarity, fear into focus, and headlines into humanity. The government's still closed. The Senate just failed for the 10th time to pass a funding bill. That's 900,000 workers without pay, 10 million Americans waiting for services, and an economy running on fumes. A shutdown is a slow-motion betrayal. It says political pride matters more than public service. Leaders who weaponize dysfunction erode trust, and trust is the real currency of democracy. You can't govern a country you keep turning off. The Pentagon is tightening access, requiring reporters to sign NDAs and pre-clear even unclassified stories. Journalists are literally walking out in protest. Transparency isn't a threat to national security, it's proof of it. When government silences oversight, truth becomes contraband. The people don't need secrecy, they need honesty. You don't protect freedom by gagging those who report on it. After a chaotic raid where ICE fired pepper balls and tear gas that hit clergy, reporters, and local police, a judge just ruled every ICE agent in Chicago must now wear a body camera. Accountability is the floor, not the ceiling. When federal agents gas pastors and cops alike, it's not law enforcement, it's law distortion. Body cams won't fix culture, but they'll expose it. You can't enforce under while hiding from accountability. Portland leaders are pushing back against new federal policing powers after leaked memos showed potential plans for troop deployment. Sound familiar? It's deja vu with darker lighting. Safety without consent is control. True leadership partners with local communities instead of overriding them. Federal muscle can't replace local trust. Peace imposed isn't peace achieved. Admiral Holsey, head of U.S. Southern Command, announced his retirement. U.S. naval strikes continue off Venezuela's coast. Timing or coincidence? Depends on who you ask. When leaders exit mid-mission, the public deserves more than spin. Transparency builds stability. Silence builds suspicion. You can't steer a ship if you keep firing the captains. Shutdowns, press restrictions, federal troops, people are whispering the word authoritarian louder each week. When government concentrates power, the antidote is distributed power. Citizens who still show up, still vote, still demand receipts. Authoritarianism thrives on apathy. The cure is engagement. You can't lose democracy to a dictator if the people never stop being democratic. Let's take a breath. TikTok's latest aesthetic trend is Cozycore. Think chunky sweaters, warm lighting, soft jazz, and baking bread like it's therapy. Cozycore isn't just cute, it's rebellion. In a world on edge, comfort becomes a quiet act of resistance. Creating warmth in chaos is how we reclaim control. Purpose isn't always protest. Sometimes it's peace in your own space. Shutdowns, censorship, federal force, and a viral movement reminding us to exhale. Here's the thread. Trust is cracking, fear is spreading, but people are still power. We can still question authority. We can still choose calm over chaos. We can still evolve together. I'm Tiffany Joy, and this is Evolve Together with Empower People. Join the movement at www.empowerpeople.org. Activate your superpower, because this story doesn't end until we write the next chapter.